Good morning, everyone. Happy spring. I am excited. I'm in Northern California, and I think we may not have rain today. And we've had so much rain, and I know we need it, but mentally, I definitely need it. Rev, are you tired of the rain as much as I am? She's also in the Bay Area. My name is Karen. I'm going to be your host today. And Michelle was asking about the weekly setup pages and where you can find inspiration for those. And then Jen responded, she's our stage manager, and she's going to come on and say hi. And she's looking at I think she's meaning the weekly spread pages. So there's Jen. She's supporting
morning,
us
everybody.
in the chat today. I find that the best time is right after a social, especially Sunday night socials, where a lot of people will post those. But also in the app, I'm hoping in the app, there it is. I don't know if you can see it, but when you scroll down, you have to scroll a little ways. There's a section called Journal Inspiration, and it has a lot of the different pages in there. Let me see if the weekly's in there or not, but you will see examples of the weekly ones. Yes, you'll see it under water droplets. That's the weekly's not there. Okay, I lied. So yeah, the best place to see those is right after people are posting during those times. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's do this. It is Monday, but it is not a manic Monday. Is there anyone who is joining us for the very first time? If you are brand new to Silk and Saunders, throw it into the chat. Oh, Samantha, welcome, welcome, welcome. Make sure the little housekeeping, make sure that you are hitting your everyone. So this is a cameras off event. The way we communicate is through the chat. So if it says host, I am unable to, we see it, but no one else sees it. So I'm so glad that we have so many first timers today. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Let's take a look at those community reminders. Remember, we unlock our mental clarity through insights and inspiration, and that way we inspire each other is through that chat. Compassion. This is a safe space to be compassionate with yourself as well as others. Connection. This is the place we connect deeper with ourselves and others through thoughtful conversation and support. And then creativity. We nurture and ignite our inner creative. And I love that about Silk and Saunders. Now, I am not the most creative, and you'll see some of my journal pages today as well. But there are a lot of people who enjoy that creativity and making them absolutely gorgeous. Our community guidelines: be kind and courteous, treat yourself and others with respect, respect privacy. This is like Vegas. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. There's no hate speech or bullying. And remember, these are a tool to help you elevate your emotional health through the power of community, but you are responsible for your own emotions, well-being, and decisions. Now, I love this, and I thought it was a beautiful grounding for us to get started with on this Monday morning. You never really know the true impact you have on those around you. You never know how much someone needs that smile you gave them. You never know how much your kindness turns someone else's life around. You never know how much someone's needed that long hug or deep talk. So don't wait to be kind. Don't wait for someone else to be kind first. Don't wait for better circumstances or for someone to change. Just be kind, because you never know how much someone needs it. So I thought that that was a beautiful way to start thinking about it as we engage in the chat with each other. You may say something that really uplifts or changes someone's life. And so I just wanted to share that. Like, this is perfect for starting out our Monday morning. So this is our month's theme. We are in our third week. Oh, I'm so glad, Jessica, that was powerful for you too. It is gratitude. And I honestly am so in love with this theme. And I shared this last time, but I thought it was worth a couple of weeks ago popping it back up again. Because when we do gratitude, it does have actual health benefits. Our sleep gets better. Our blood pressure decreases. Our energy increases. It helps reduce stress and depressive symptoms, and it helps you live longer. And then I also love this: ways that we can show gratitude. And if you are someone like me who loves random acts of kindness, maybe one of these things you want to throw into your weekly spread or in your mind body section, to give out a compliment, make a list of things you're grateful for, to set up a time to volunteer, do a small random act of kindness, and smile. I love holidays. And I have leggings because I'm a Pilates teacher. I'm in my Pilates uniform. I'm going to go into work right after this. I have leggings that are very holiday specific. So I had my shamrock leggings on, and I made so many people smile and say that just looking at it made them happy. So maybe it's just something that you're wearing or something that you do. Like you have this awesome red lipstick that make people smile as they see you. So, just something to think about. Our agenda for today, we got our gratitude mind map. That's where we dive deeper into the theme each week. We have our favorite activity at our Silk and Saunders, which is Rosebud Thorn. We're going to set up our week and then we'll close out and we're going to be ready for an amazing week. So our gratitude mind map, this month, we're going to explore gratitude in different times of our lives. There are 4 weekends in March, so we have 4 different times to focus on. And this week, we're going to be looking at the future. So first week, we looked at things from the past that we were grateful for. Last week, we looked at the present of the things that we were currently grateful for. Today, we're looking at the things our future self is going to be grateful for. I'm going to share my example with you guys. So for the past, I was a school teacher. I thought about the children that I've taught, the mentors that I had, that I found my life partner at 23, which is pretty amazing. I'm thankful for the rescued pups that I have, current and past. I had a loving mom and dad who are no longer with me. I lived in a time when you could actually buy a house at 24, not like now. So I was thankful for that. And I was thankful for being able to live abroad. Present, a body that is healthy. I haven't always had a healthy body and I still have some health issues, but I am definitely thankful for that. I'm thankful for a husband who lets me travel with him. And I am thankful for my current rescue pup that gives me all the snuggles. So this week, the future. So I'm thinking about who I'm going to be maybe a year out from now, or maybe 10 years out from now. I am going to be very grateful for a nice backyard. And I have an appointment with someone who we're making a plan to be able to add a hot tub and landscaping and a balcony to be able to really improve it. I mentioned I live in the Bay Area, very small space. So let's make the most of our good weather because we really pay for it. Oh, Julia, rescue dogs are the best thing for me. I absolutely love them and they have given me so much love and attention, and my husband travels a lot and it gives me a lot of comfort. My future self is going to be very thankful for an online business because that is something I want to do. I want to start online health coaching. I start health coaching school today. It's my first day of school. And I want to be thankful for that to allow myself to be able to travel. I'm going to be happy for a long, happy marriage and a healthy body. So those are things that I am super thankful for. So I'm going to put this slide back up. I'm going to go off camera and I have some beautiful, peaceful guitar music for us today that's just going to give you a lot of serenity while you work. So we'll be back in a minute, and this can be done anywhere in your journal. I did mine on a notes page, but you could do it in one of the areas you want to repurpose in your weekly spread, the scratch pad, on a sticky note. There is no right or wrong way or wrong place to do this. Amanda, you brought up a really good point when you're talking about this of that reframing of should be doing rather than gratitude for me. But I will say reading Kim and Stephanie's things and Kim talking about how she's created this weight loss group and it's found a lot of inspiration and such. That is amazing. But remember, you can sit with this for a while. It doesn't have to be completed today. Maybe this is something you ponder in a meditation later today, or when you wake up tomorrow morning, you're like, oh, that's what it was that it meant to be. So it's okay not to complete it because it doesn't work for you at this moment in time. That's okay. Make this journal work for you. So our next little activity is our rosebud thorn. The rose is a highlight, something from our week that we are grateful for. Our bud is an emerging opportunity and a thorn is a challenge. And if you are working on last week, reflecting on last week, you're on page 44. If you are do it like the week out, then you're looking at page 50. And that's at the very bottom of the page. So for me, an example, the rose of the highlight was that I went to go see John Mellencamp this weekend. It was super fun concert and it was a wonderful night in the city in San Francisco. A bud is that emerging opportunity that I am starting health coaching school as of today. And I'm a little anxious and a lot excited about that. So that's an emerging opportunity. And then a thorn in my side would just be that I'm struggling with time management and finding time for all of those things. So I'm going to go off camera and you can fill out your rosebud thorn and tell us in the chat some of your roses and buds. Okay, a lot of rosebuds. Sorry, that chat is going fast. Um, we're gonna go ahead and get into our weekly setup at this time. Yeah, there was a lot of positive things going on and a lot of reframing as well. But poor Reverend, someone going into her account and draining it is not good, not good at all. So if you're brand new, I encourage you, if you find an example or a slide that you like, to take a screenshot or use your phone to take a photo of it. And this is one of the ones that I like to have on hand because any of these ideas will help for repurposing in any of the sections. Meal planner, food tracker to track leftovers, affirmations or scriptures or song lyrics, work projects, school study tracker, exercise tracker, cleaning plan, a mindfulness activity planner, end of day reflections, weekly appointments, a garden tracker, a tracker of food or symptoms from health issues, a dream tracker, 3 or 4 positives of the day or gratitudes of the day, outfit tracker, national day of list, TV movie watching plan, a gratitude log, building routines, a mini bingo board, hooray list celebrating good things even if they're small. So those are all things that can work for any of these sections if you don't want to use them as is. I shared this last week, but or 2 weeks ago, but I thought it was worth sharing again. One thing that you might consider is leaning into the theme of gratitude and maybe using your mind body section for a week of gratitude of someone I'm thankful for, a life lesson I've learned, one good thing that happened today, something I'm thankful for at home, a goal I have achieved, something in nature, a new discovery of the week. And Jen O told me during the dress rehearsal, she did this about a week ago and it was really powerful for her. And Jen K has shared with us that if you do this for a week, it can have psychological benefits for up to 6 months. So just food for thought to think about. So as we dive into this weekly setup, I want you to think about maybe last week or this last month hasn't been as strong for you. If you try and fail, congratulations. Most people out there aren't even trying. So that's an important thought for us to be able to reframe. And the only time you should ever look back is to see how far you've come. I love that one, though we still reflected on our past, the things that we're grateful for. And Jennifer, the mind body section will be coming up in the journal on page 47. Prompts I'm thankful for. Here you go. Here is that slide with those prompts. So take a quick screenshot of that. Right. You know what? If we are not failing, we are not striving, right? We have to fall on our faces sometimes. Okay. So let's dig in. So I'm going to share some examples that I pulled from Sonder Club last week and this week. And there might be inspiration here. And once again, if you like something, you can take a photo. And I'm doing it this way because I find that maybe there's a repurposing that you love, but you want to put it somewhere else in your journal. So you can see someone's to-dos, they're using it straight up as a to-do list, but they're highlighting that week to know where they are in time. They want to feel heard, they have their goals, and then they have, I love how they made one little bubble to show something that was really important to them to start, so they'll do that. And I love that coffee at home, eating at home, drinking water. I love these types of things. I really like that goal setting. Over here on the right, their goals, they wrote one and they had kind of a quote, focus on the step in front of you, not the whole staircase. So I absolutely love that idea. And then I also like their check on towards 2.3, weigh self 1.2 time. So they're getting a little fun, and notice that she is marking out the days on that be on time for work. She's not working on the weekends. So these are ways that you can kind of mess and play with it on your with your journal, kind of like get distracted by the checks. I want to read everything everyone's saying. Here's someone who was really leaning into that grateful theme. So they're not using the to-do list. They're writing a quote about gratitude there. And notice that they didn't put a number next to how many times they wanted to do something. And their goals are, yoga, read, and connect, very general. Over here on the right, I just love how she reframed it instead of to do or a don't forget list, and that she has a lot of personal growth, and that she put more than one way that she wants to feel, and that she has some little color coordination at the bottom that she's going to color in. Everybody loves to make a bingo board. So here's an example of using a bingo board for a to-do. People like to put this one in all kinds of places. They are putting over the goals. They put a big sticker. Maybe it stresses them out to put a number beside each one. And then over here is another type of self-care bingo. And I love how they just covered up the to-dos and put a mind dump and writing down an affirmation that resonated with them. Now, here is the example from mine. So I always want to go back and look at my intentions that I created earlier in the month to see, am I actually doing these things? Now, I am not outside hiking right now. It is raining and a muddy mess. So that's something I am struggling with. So I'm going to have to rethink about that one. But I go back and look at those things, and I know that I am wanting to keep up with some habits. And so I just refresh on those things. So for me, I want to feel excited. I'm trying to keep things very general because I don't know exactly how much time it's going to take for me to go through the curriculum. Oh, the sticker in the right-hand corner, that is actually a picture that I pulled from the internet, and I used my little Zodak printer to make a sticker and stick it on there, and I love doing that. My goal, schoolwork. I want to do some new moves for my mat Pilates class using the dreaded ring, and I want to do Pilates 5 times for myself. So that's one of my intentions. So I'm writing it down here, doing good on that one. I need to get some slides ready for Saturday. I'm hosting the gratitude garden, and I need to start getting myself ready and packing for my outfits for Brazil. And so that's kind of where it is that I am at for this moment. So no clothing or books besides book club. Oh, Sandra, I'm trying not to spend money on those things. And I'm gonna say that I've been very unsuccessful, but both I've found a cozy mystery series that I'm loving, and I'm using my Kindle points to buy those books. And I did buy 4 pieces of clothing at Target for my Brazil trip. So kind of failing on that one a little bit. So I love this. Today's outlook: hopeful, confident, positive, cheerful, motivated, and grateful. That's such a fun one. I may actually take this and make a sticker and put it over my next week, how I want to feel. So how do you want to feel this week? Maybe you're struggling with coming up with words. This feelings wheel can give you some inspiration for that. So I am going to go off camera for just about a minute, and I'm going to allow you time to share how it is that you want to feel this week in the chat. Awesome. I love seeing how it is that you all want to feel. And I just happen to have my buzz watch with an affirmation. And that affirmation is I'm making myself a priority again. And that's what you are doing right now, taking this time for yourself. And I love that. And yes, please make sure your chat is set to everyone. I love seeing what you have to say, but no one's going to respond if they can't see it. So the next section is, our to-dos. Now, you already saw some people love to do a to-do list. I've grabbed that from Gretchen Rubin, her Happier podcast, writing down the things that you're successful for. Some people like to make a bingo board. Some things that you might want to think about is if you're struggling with your to-do list, think about why it's important. And if you don't have a why, maybe it doesn't belong on your to-do list. Eating that frog and doing the hardest thing that you don't want to do first thing in the morning. And then also asking for help, delegating. Maybe it's DoorDash for one night of the week, or maybe it's a food kit, or maybe you ask your spouse to help with something. All of those little things can help us with your to-dos. So I'm going to go off and let us know if you're repurposing, how it is that you are using it, or what some of your major to-dos are in the chats. Sandra, you totally hit the nail on the head with yes. This is your time to be able to get yourself organized and ready for the week. Just that little bit of self-care. And it's so important. I don't know about you, but the weeks I don't set up my journal, and yes, even as a facilitator, sometimes it happens, my weeks aren't nearly as organized. So we're going to dive into our next section. We're still on page 46, and we're looking at our three major goals. Now, remember, some people repurpose this, some people use one goal. I really thought about this week of doing one goal, but I was like, oh, I can add like practicing a couple of things with the ring. I can add that little bit in. So while you think about the goals, focus on the step in front of you, not the whole staircase. So I don't want to think about how I need to do 15 hours of coursework in my week. I'm going to think about how can I carve out an hour to 2 hours today. So that little bitty chunk. Things you can control. You can control your habits, your priorities, how you spend your time, how you treat others, when you ask for help, the way you talk to yourself, and your perspective. And yes, Jennifer's right. Perfect. You can repeat those goals, and you can also have them tied to your monthly intentions. Like I showed you, that Pilates 5 times a week is kind of transferring over into my goals. Now, when we create goals, they can be very general, but if you're wanting a very specific measurable goal, make sure you're specific, that you can measure it, that it's attainable, it's relevant, and it's time-based, that you have a set time for it. Because like saying something like, I want to declutter the house is very general. So breaking it down into something specific and measurable, that I am going to go through the bathroom drawer on Monday for 15 minutes. So making it very specific and measurable. So you can share with us if you're repurposing what goals you are trying to hit this week, your struggles, your celebrations on last week's goals. We're nosy. We'd like to know all the things in the chat. So I'll go off camera and play some more beautiful music and let you get yourself set up. Okay, Michelle, I can't wait to see and cheer you on success with that challenge that you're going through doing the Pan Mash Challenge 2024. And I love that Amy is taking time to read and putting some things that she wants to do, not just things that she has to do on there. So good, all of those things. So good. The next section we're going to dive into is our habit activities. Starting to feel a tickle in my throat. Everything's in bloom and my allergies are going crazy because of all the rain that we've had. So everyone who's brand new always asks, what's the difference between the one that's monthly versus this one? The one that's monthly is things that you want to do every day. This is ones that you want to do maybe 2 times, 3 times a week kind of thing. And this is a little grounding to kind of get you thinking. In this life, we are all just walking up the mountain and we can sing as we climb or we complain about our sore feet, whichever we choose, we still got to do the hike. I decided a long time ago, singing made a lot more sense. And I just loved that when I was thinking about my habits and things that make me feel good and the things that I want to do and I want to get better, not the things that I think I should do. If you are struggling with ideas for your habit tracker for ideas, here is a slide I will leave up for inspiration. And once again, let's see in the chat some of the habits that you guys are accomplishing. You don't have to fill out every line. It's okay to repeat habits. It takes more than 1 week to establish a habit. All of those things, totally normal, totally okay. You don't have to put a number beside it if that stresses you out. This is your journal. Use it how it will work for you. Time is going so fast. Okay, so we are now moving on to page 47. Here are some examples of other people's. Right here, people are using it as a regular meal plan. Maybe the days I don't plan my meals on the weekends so that I have some spontaneity, or if something comes up, I can plug in one of my meal plans. Like last night, we ate a purple carrot. I was planning on eating it a night that we ended up doing something else. Body health plan, maybe you treat yourself to a nice little springtime refresher at Starbucks. Um, her shopping list is just like mine, are real ones, and I'm loving Silk and Saunders' new playlist. Oh, I can't read exactly what she said. Some people like to use the section for Wordle and affirmation, those bingo boards. I love this feels and meals. How cute is that? Feel versus need, also a bingo. Using one of their sections for a gratitude. I love this beach bingo. How fun is it to do a theme bingo based on your vacation or what's going on this week? And then she wrote her appointments out in that shopping list. Someone's doing those 7 types of rest of mental, sensory, physical, social, emotional, creative, and spiritual. They moved a section for their meal plan. They're using quotes. And then over here, I love the check boxes next to the mind body health plan for their little daily meditation and their outdoor, and also remembering to have a rest day. That's really important. Here's my example. The TH stands for thistle, so I can pick out whichever one that was delivered that works for me. PC stands for purple carrot, and I did meal prep, some burrito jars and some Greek salads. I did 4 because I know one day I'm going to end up just grabbing something else. So that's how I planned it. My plan for my Pilates is my mental health plan. I teach it, but I need to do it myself. So I'm setting myself up for success there. My shopping list was the things that I needed to go to the store for my actual burrito board, burrito bowls, my Greek salad, and then I mentioned my husband's going to be gone, so I'm going to try a crock pot barley risotto and see how that turns out and eat it for dinner a couple of nights. So I'm going to give you a few minutes to work on your meal plan. This is one of the most repurposed areas. If you have a fun idea, let us know in the chat. Okay. We're gonna combine the last three sections together for time reasons. I guess my pacing wasn't amazing this morning. I've just been so excited reading what you have to say and the things that you're doing. So we're gonna be looking at the mind body health plan. Rachel, the beach page is yours. I love that. So I love these. You'll have good days, bad days, overwhelming days, too tired days, I'm awesome days, I can't go on days, and every day you'll still show up. I love that as a little thought as you're putting together your mind body health plan, and love this for our March edition. Respect your pace and growth. Surround yourself with positive people, challenge negative self-talk, validate your feelings, take responsibility for your health, and allow yourself to make mistakes. So the mind body health plan we're going to work on at the same time that we're going to be looking at your shopping list and the I loving section. And I love this quote too. Remove the I want you to like me sticker from your forehead and place it on the mirror where it belongs. Okay, so those three sections I'm gonna let you go and work on right now. Hey, we are running out of time, but I wanted to share these two real quick before we wrap up. This is to you. This is to you in your heart right now as I speak. Dear beautiful you. Yes, you have within you the strength to get through even the darkest of days. Don't let anything steal your sparkle. Keep your chin up and know that things are going to get better. Yes, they will. Take it one step at a time and keep believing in your dreams always. 10 signs that you're growing that you may not realize. You enjoy your own company. You don't have to ask for external validation. You're not so hard on yourself. You're not as irritated with people. You're able to say no without guilt. You feel more content inside. You find yourself being more present. You don't over-explain yourself. You're able to manage your emotions, and you don't need anyone to like you. I'm not perfect at any of those, but totally. Oh, Julia, much love coming to you. Much love coming to all of you. What a beautiful social we've had together. So please share in the Sonder Club. That's where we get those inspiration from in those photos. And then remember, if you are loving Silk and Saunders, refer to a friend and share your feedback. Your feedback on times is why we're having more socials. So I hope you feel ready for the week. I hope you feel empowered, relaxed, and ready to go slay. All right, I will share my playlist in the chat. I'll go off camera and I will take you guys out with a very inspirational song called Peachy.